All right, today we're diving into something truly fascinating. We're exploring how to protect some of the most groundbreaking technology on the entire planet. Innovations so tiny they literally operate in a world governed by quantum mechanics. We are talking about patenting nano-electromechanical systems, or NEMS.
Just think about that for a second. Imagine creating something that could completely revolutionize medicine or computing, but it's totally invisible to the naked eye. That's the world innovators in nanotechnology live in every single day. So how on earth do you protect an idea you can't even see? Well, let's find out.
So, first things first, let's take that quantum leap. We need to really understand the world of NEMS, because this is where things get wild. We're not just making stuff smaller here. We're stepping into an entirely new realm of physics and, honestly, possibility.
So, what exactly are NEMS? You can think of them as these unbelievably tiny machines. I mean, they have moving parts and electrical components, all built on the scale of individual atoms and molecules. This isn't just about shrinking things down. It's a complete, fundamental shift in what technology can actually do.
Now, you've probably heard of their bigger cousins, MEMS, right? They're the things that power your phone's accelerometer or microphone, but NEMS are a whole different ballgame. They're not just scaled-down versions. See, when you get down to the nanoscale, quantum mechanics just takes over, and materials start behaving in these really strange, really wonderful new ways. That quantum leap is precisely what gives NEMS their unique superpowers.
And the potential here is just staggering. I mean, it is straight out of a sci-fi novel. We're talking about sensors so sensitive they can detect a single cancerous cell, computer chips that just blow past our current speed limits, and even microscopic smart dust that can monitor pollution in real time. With applications like these, you can start to see why protecting these ideas is so critical.
Okay, so you've done it. You have a world-changing NMS innovation. What's next? Well, before you can unleash its power on the world, you have to forge its shield. And that shield is the patent. The thing is, that whole process starts way before you ever think about filing an application.
There are 3 first steps, and they are absolutely non-negotiable. 1, you've got to search. You have to be positive your idea is new, and that means doing a super deep dive into patent databases. 2, document everything. And I mean everything. Every single experiment, every failure, every little breakthrough. And 3, get an expert. When you look for a patent attorney, find one who has a background in physics or material science. You need someone who speaks the language of law and the language of nanotechnology.
And let me tell you, that documentation point, it is beyond crucial. Your lab notes aren't just some research diary. They are your primary evidence. If your patent is ever challenged down the road, this meticulous record-keeping could be the one thing that saves it. All right, now we get to the heart of your defense, the application itself. This is where you have to translate your complex, nanoscale creation into a legally bulletproof document.
The first part is the description, and you have to be unbelievably thorough. You need to explain how you build it, exactly how it works, what it could be used for, and, this is critical, what makes it completely different from anything that's come before. Seriously, the devil is in the details here.
Next up, you've got the claims section. This is what defines the legal boundaries of your invention. And honestly, it's a very delicate balancing act. You need your claims to be broad enough to stop a competitor from just making a slightly different version, but specific enough that they can hold up in a legal fight. A skilled patent attorney is worth their weight in gold right here.
And here's the thing. Since we're dealing with technology we literally can't see, words alone often aren't enough. When you're trying to describe something that's just a few atoms thick, a picture is truly worth 1,000 words. Probably more. So your visual toolkit is absolutely essential. We're talking detailed diagrams, electrical schematics, even images from an electron microscope. These things can be the difference between a patent examiner understanding your genius or just being completely confused by it. They add so much clarity and powerful support to your claims.
Now, if your ambitions are global, and with this tech, why wouldn't they be, your first step is often something called a Patent Cooperation Treaty, or PCT application. The best way to think of it is as a placeholder. It basically secures your spot in line, your filing date, in over 150 countries at once. That gives you some breathing room to decide which specific countries you want to go after for full patent protection.
So congratulations, your patent has been granted. The shield is forged. But the journey is not over, not by a long shot. Now, you have to learn how to actually wield that power effectively. This really requires a huge shift in your mindset. A patent isn't some trophy you just hang on the wall. It's a dynamic business asset.
It's a sword you can attack with, a shield you can defend with, a key that unlocks new partnerships, and really the foundation for all your future growth.
So this kind of breaks down the key ways you can leverage that patent. You can, of course, commercialize it yourself, build a whole business around it, or you could license the technology to other companies and create a nice new revenue stream. You might form strategic partnerships with, say, a university or a big corporation to speed up development. And of course, you can use it defensively to protect your market share from any copycat.
So, here's your strategic playbook. First, you've got to be vigilant. Always be monitoring the market for anyone who's copying your work. But you also need to be proactive. Think about licensing your tech to a company in a totally different industry, or partnering with a research institution. And most importantly, use the security of this patent as a launchpad to just keep on innovating.
And here is one final really crucial piece of advice. Patents are not a one-and-done deal. To keep your protection active, you have to pay periodic maintenance fees. If you forget, you risk letting your shield just shatter, losing all of that hard-earned protection. Don't let that happen.
You know, at the end of the day, this entire process is really fueled by belief. A belief in the incredible, transformative power of your idea. The world of NEMS is really just beginning to unfold, and with the right protection, your innovation can carve out a major place within it.
So that leaves us with one final thought. The future of technology is literally being built at the atomic level, and it's creating possibilities we are just now beginning to imagine. The next great leap forward for humanity will be nanoscale. So the real question is yours protected?